Now, another part of the story. Hemolysis, patient will say, what kind of hemolysis it is, intravascular or extravascular? Intravascular. Complement is killing the RBC mercilessly in the streets, intravascularly, not taking him into a club and killing there like the Godfather movie. It's not like that. So now the question comes, डॉक्टर साहब सुबह 8 बजे अच्छा है, 9 बजे अच्छा है, पूरा चीज अच्छा है, मगर अर्ली मॉर्निंग 6 बजे उठ के मैं पेशाब को गए तो इट इज कमिंग इन रेड कलर. पेशेंट विल क्लासिकली टेल यू सुबह का पेशाब नॉर्मली आ रहे मगर अर्ली मॉर्निंग 6 o'clock when he woke up it is colored. Why it is like that? Why is it like that? Why in paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria the hemolysis occurs typically in the night? Because in the night our respiratory rate will come down, because we want to sleep, we don't want to breathe. When our respiratory rate comes down, we go into acidosis or alkalosis. We go into acidosis. That's we all agreed, no? Anxiety, hysteria, hyperventilation lead to alkalosis. Respiratory depression lead to respiratory acidosis because of the carbon dioxide accumulation, hypercarbia, which converts into carbonic acid and makes the blood become acidic. Complement खाली रहना और RBC vulnerable position में रहना sufficient नहीं है hemolysis के लिए. और क्या होना है? If there is a girl and villain is not enough for a rape to happen. There must be right environment, right situation, right music in the background, then only there will be a right movie. What is that right situation? Ripe situation rather. It is the presence of an acidotic pH in the plasma. So when the person is sleeping in the night, when his respiratory rate is down, when the pH of the blood becomes acidotic, then the complement will go and attack the RBC. In the morning when he wake up and when his breathing pattern is normal, there is no acidotic pH, there is no complement mediated hemolysis. Hence the hemoglobinuria and hemolysis which you see in PNH is typically nocturnal, is what I want to underscore to all of you. Okay, doc? Now, the next important thing is, a patient who is a known case of PNH comes with a severe abdominal pain, and he is also having hematochezia. What is the reason? All patients of PNH are hypercoagulable states. They are predisposed to venous thrombosis, and that can involve the mesenteric vessels, and that can lead to intestinal ischemia, leading to development of hematochezia. A patient of PNH can suddenly develop a stroke. A case of PNH can suddenly go blind with amaurosis fugax with the central retinal vein, central retinal arterial occlusion. So PNH is one of the hypercoagulable states, is what you need to remember. There can be thrombosis of the venous system, Budd-Chiari syndrome with the hepatic vein occlusion can occur. They can go into aplastic anemia, myelodysplasia, myelofibrosis, even acute leukemia can develop as a complication in the people who have got PNH. And there can be abdominal pain, back pain, musculoskeletal pain, etc., etc. So these are the other thrombotic complications of the PNH should not be forgotten. Now how do you diagnose? Very simple. Ham's test, sugar water test. Once upon a time they used to do. Now where are we, doctor? 21st century, modern day of flow cytometry. CD55, CD59 are those anchoring proteins of the decay accelerating factor. You will check for them, you discover that they both are deficient on flow cytometry, and the diagnosis of PNH will come. Earlier days we used to do Ham's test and sugar water test. What are they? Very simple. Ham's test में क्या करते हैं आप? You will provide proper environment for the rape. एसिडिफाई करके सीरम को, एसिडिफाई करके हिमोलिसिस को डेमोन्स्ट्रेट करते, इसको बोलते हैं हैम्स टेस्ट। देन sugar water test. If you mix sucrose with the water, with the serum, the presence of the sucrose also will stimulate the complement mediated hemolysis of the RBCs. So these two are the stimulation tests to provoke the hemolysis which is complement mediated. Now let us see. This is a classical patient, morning 8 o'clock ऑफिस को निकल रहे, that time there is no hemolysis, शाम डिनर करके सो गए, midnight 2 o'clock को उनका urinary sample, by morning his urinary sample, how is it? Typically nocturnally there is a hemolysis which is demonstrated in the urine. It is an intravascular hemolysis with hemoglobinuria. Then this is another important test. You have taken at the room temperature and you discovered that there is a hemolysis, and you have heated it to 37 degrees Celsius, there is hemolysis. But if you heat it to 57 degrees, there will be no hemolysis. Why? Because at 57 degrees when you heat it, complement become destroyed. Since it is a complement mediated hemolysis, heating the serum will diminish the amount of hemolysis, which can be demonstrated here. Fundamentally this is an acidified plasma. Plasma को heat करके acidify करो, 57 degrees को heat करके acidify करे तो hemolysis नहीं होगा. रूम टेम्परेचर या 37 डिग्रीज पे अगर आप एसिडिफाई करें तो हिमोलिसिस होगा, क्योंकि कॉम्प्लीमेंट इज ए टेम्परेचर सेंसिटिव स्ट्रक्चर which get denatured at a higher temperature. In Ham's test is what need to be remembered. So how do you treat, doctor? Ultimately any problem, treatment is same, steroids, glucocorticoids are given, and PNH is one of the indications for doing the bone marrow transplantation is what need to be basically remembered. Yes, very reasonable doubt asked by Dr. Manu Krishnan. REM sleep में respiratory rate बढ़ेगा ना doctor? कम नहीं होगा. Where is acidosis then? Between REM and NREM, predominantly we live in NREM or REM, where the respiratory rate is low. Okay, and that is a predisposing factor. Slight acidosis is enough for the hemolysis to be initiated. Okay, doc, that completes our story of hemolytic anemia.